Without planning, we cannot think or we cannot pursue what exactly to be done. Without giving them money, they'll not do anything. So because business is all about economic activity, money should be involved. Staffing is all about selecting a right person for a right job. That is called staffing. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the session 2, and in the session 2 we're gonna study about the functions of management. Students, functions of management is always a very important topic in the commerce as well as in management, because we need to know what exactly the management does and why management is very important in day-to-day activity as well as in the short term. As we go with the long term and the medium term also, it is very useful. So here I have given you a flow chart where you will understand the functions of planning. But what exactly happens here is, let's go with the very simple example. What we usually do, management is what? Management is an art of getting things done through others efficiently and effectively is what we know. But what exactly happens is, whenever we want to get any kind of management done by anybody, the first thing is what? We need to do something called planning. Students, without planning, we cannot think or we cannot pursue what exactly to be done. That's why I tell you, students, after your second PUC, what exactly you did? You did the exact thing that is called planning, and you chose Vidhyaashram to be your next UG course. And here is what you did is, you went for a future course of action. That is, you wanted to know that which is the best college in the MYSURU University, which is a very nice college where you can endorse yourself as well as you can grow in your career. That is what you did. That is called planning. And secondly, what is that you did? You organized everything. You convinced your parents. You got the things. You know what exactly you are supposed to do. So we call that as what? Organizing. Now understand, this is what happens in management also. What the management does is, they'll first do planning, what to be done. Next is what? To do all those things, what all we need the resources. That is called as organizing. And thirdly, we come across who should do it. So where we go with who should do it, that means who are the people who should be involved in doing those things. So we call that as staffing. So what is that? Staffing is all about people who are involved in it. So right person at a right job is called staffing. Nextly, we go with directing. See, now we got to know that these are the people who are supposed to be involved in the project, or these are the people whom we are assigning some duties. Now later, we are supposed to also know that what is that they're gonna do. We need to guide them, because if we don't guide them, what is that they'll do in life? So that is what they are supposed to do. That is called directing. So directing is all about what? Guiding and training those people so that they can accomplish the desired goal and objective set by the top level management. Nextly, we have the last one, that is controlling. So from first point to the last point, we need to have something called the controlling power. So the controlling, if there is an absence of controlling, what happens is whatever you have planned will not come to the reality. So that is why you are supposed to go with controlling. So these are the very big functions of management, which is very important. Though you have coordination and communication which comes between these functions of management, but we don't consider them as the real functions of management. They are the integral part of functions of management. So starting, we have the first one, that is planning here. So the first thing what we usually do is what? Planning. Secondly, we'll organize everything. So it is all about the organizing. Thirdly, we have staffing. The fourth one is directing. Fifth is controlling. So all these 5 functions which we always go for, the management. So please remember and understand what exactly happens. First you will plan, then you will organize, then you will know who are the people who are involved in doing the thing. So we call that as staffing, and later you are supposed to guide them. We call that as directing. And the lastly is what? Controlling. From the planning till the directing, we are supposed to control all the activity, and these are called as the functions of management. So we'll go one by one what exactly these functions are all about. So the firstly is we have planning. Students, I'll tell you what exactly it is. You will get a question saying that explain the functions of management. The minute you get this question, you are not supposed to just start about planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. What is that you are supposed to do is you need to write the definition. You need to write the definition because it's a very basic as well as it's a prime thing which you are supposed to do. That is the definition. So according to Henry Fayol, what exactly it is? Planning is deciding the best course of action. So what Henry Fayol says, and you are supposed to remember Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is the father of general management. So these people are the pioneer of management. So you are supposed to remember them. What Henry Fayol says is planning is deciding the best alternative among other to perform what? Different managerial operations in order to achieve the predetermined goals. So please remember this, what exactly he has said. But I'll tell you in a nutshell what exactly planning is all about. Now supposingly now we are in 2020. Okay. Now 2025. So if you need to plan for 2025, though it is a long-term plan, but still I'll just tell you what exactly planning is all about. So here is what you are, right? 2020. 2025, where exactly you will stand and where exactly you will be. Supposingly in 2020 you have a business and you are making a profit of 1 lakh rupees per month. So I'll go with this. You are making a profit of 1 lakh rupees and that too it is per month. So 2025, is it enough to make 1 lakh rupees profit per month? The question mark is this. So you know that definitely it will be very difficult. At least you need to make 5 lakh rupees is what the profit should be in 2025. So let's go for a proper planning. Done. So you will actually make 5 lakh rupees per month is what you have planned. Now what exactly did you do? This is called planning. You went for a future course of action. So planning is what? Planning is a future course of action. That is 2025. Future. You will not think about the past. You will only think about the future. Planning is not done for the past. Planning is done only for the future course. And here what happened is planning is bridging a gap. So there is a huge gap here, right? So planning will bridge the gap between what you are and what you want to be. So this is what the real planning is all about. So planning is a continuous process. After 2025, if you accomplish that 5 lakh rupees, or chances are there you will take 10 lakh rupees, or even I'll tell you the chances are there that you will wind up the business, because planning has an advantage as well as a disadvantage. What is the disadvantage? The disadvantage of planning is all plans will not lead to success. So this is the real disadvantage of planning. That is, all the plans, whatever we have planned, right? Even in your life also it has happened. You would have planned for a trip with your friends. Somehow, somewhere, because of somebody, the trip has been cancelled. The reason is what? All plans will not lead to success. So this is what planning is all for you. Now here, generally speaking, planning is deciding in advance. You are actually thinking about 2025 when you are in 2020. So it is all about deciding it in advance. And what happens is, that is, a plan is projected course of action. It's always what? Projected. You will only think about, okay, we can do it, we should do it, we will do it. So these are all called as a projected plans, right? So this is what is planning for you, students. And next we will go with one more topic that is called organizing. So what exactly organizing is? Again, you are supposed to define what exactly organizing is. Again, you are supposed to take down the same kind of a thing and then write according to Henry Fayol. You have O'Donnell, Kuntz, you have F.W. Taylor, that is Frederick Winslow Taylor, Peter F. Drucker. There are beautiful authors and they have actually given you the beautiful concept of management. What I want you people to do is you need to refer as many as books as possible, or you are supposed to watch as many as videos what Vidhyaashram is giving to you only for your knowledge. Now here it is the function of identifying. What is it? It is the function of identifying the required activities. The first one is what? The required activities. Then grouping them into jobs. That is what exactly to be done and who are supposed to do it. Assigning job. Who are supposed to do it to various position holder, that is whomever you feel that these people can be there in our project, these people can be there for the work, you will assign them. And then what exactly happens is you are creating a network of relationship. This is what happens in organizing. I'll give you a beautiful example here. Supposingly you are planning for a birthday party which you are supposed to throw it to your friends, right? So what is that you will do? Organizing. You will call all your friends, right? And the person whose birthday is, you want to make that a surprise birthday party. So what you will do is you will start assigning your friends what exactly they are supposed to do. Now, what is that you are doing? Directly or indirectly, you are involving yourself to be a team leader and you are organizing something. So that is what organizing is. The first one is what? Organizing. What happens is required activity. Some activities going on. So what is that you will do? You will group them into jobs. You will actually tell what exactly they are supposed to do. Now the next thing is assigning job. Who should do what is what you're gonna go for it. So I'll go with the same example here, students. 2020. Now let's go with 2025. Let's stick to the same example of 1 lakh rupees is what the profit you're making, and you are aiming at 5 lakh rupees per month. Now, what is organizing? Bringing together 3 things. What is it? Bringing together 3 things. Which are the 3 things? The first thing is your manpower, that is human being. So whatever you are doing, human is needed, right? If you go with machine also, when I tell you to operate those machine, again you need human. So that is what manpower is mandatory. The next one is you'll go with finance. What is the next one? Finance. When human is there, without giving them money, they'll not do anything. So because business is all about economic activity, money should be involved. And the next one here is physical resources. Physical resources. Now, if these 3 are there, that is called as organizing. So I'll repeat the same thing. Bringing together 3 of the resources, that is manpower, finance, and physical resources to accomplish the desired objective. So what is that you have done? You had 1 lakh rupees. To get 5 lakh rupees per month, what is that you should do? You need to increase manpower. You need to increase your finance. You need to increase your physical resources. Only when you increase all those things and when you are producing the things in bulk, definitely you will make 5 lakh rupees if you go and stick on to the same planning. But I told you planning has a demerit, that is all plans will not lead to success. But if the plan clicks, I'll tell you, you can make 5 lakh rupees or even you can make 50 lakh rupees per month. See, if I give you all these examples, you may feel that, sir, how can 1 lakh rupee profit can actually fetch you like 50 lakh profit in 5 years? What exactly the business is? You need to research more about Amazon. Now, Amazon, Flipkart are the people who started with a pity money, but now where exactly they are, you are supposed to know all these things, students. So Keep searching, keep reading, and keep enjoying. So that is what I always tell my students, that you should be updated with all the version. So the next one what we go with is called staffing. So staffing is the next function of management. Here what happens is staffing is a process. When I say staffing is a process, it is all about selecting right person for a right job. When we go for it, you need to understand that staffing involves a recruitment, equip this person, and then you assign them the duty. And when he is doing it, if you feel that he will do it better, if we go for training and development, then all these are included in staffing. So staffing may be defined as a process of recruiting and equipping the people to handle various position. So you will actually tell them what exactly to be done, and then what happens is, and perform assigned task in a line with the structure and the overall goal of the organization. So it's all about what exactly you people should do. So we'll go with the same example here. Now it is the 2020 and here 2025. So what is that you will do is, now here you will go with a proper staffing. Is that you will actually take who are the manpower you need so that they can accomplish the desired goal, that is to make 5 lakh rupees as profit in for every month. See, this is what happened even in iPhones. That is, when Apple launched the iPhones, they were in a dilemma that whether they will be accepted by the market or not. Now, what exactly happened? Everybody started to actually crave for iPhones. The reason is what? They had the beautiful manpower, technique, and then the technology as well. So that is what the staffing helps in. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Robert Winnie, when they started Apple as a company, there were only 3 people. Now what has happened is, if you calculate, they have a total revenue of 2 trillion. If you convert Apple as a country, then it will be the 8th largest country. Now understand, it's all about what? The proper staffing which Steve Jobs and his team had done it, and now Tim Cook is actually carrying forward the same legacy. Next one we have is directing. So directing is all about guiding people. What is directing? Directing means it's all about guiding people. So directing is an important managerial function. Yes, students. Even if you do proper planning, right? Or you don't do planning at all, right? You have a normal plan, but you have a person who can pick that particular team and they can reach the finals. Then what exactly happens is, directing is very, very important. Though their management initiate actions in the organization, it is a function of management which is related with instructing. See, you need a person who can and who should instruct people to do what exactly they are supposed to do. So what happens is, directing is all about instructing, guiding, and inspiring human factor in the organization to achieve organizational objectives. You need to imagine a director. Say, I'll give you an example of Bahubali. Now, Prabhas or the people who were the cast of Bahubali, if they did not have a proper director, Bahubali wouldn't have happened what exactly it is right now. So you are supposed to know that there should be a force who should always motivate, influence, inspire people to do the work the way it should be done. That's why directing is very, very important. Lastly, we have is controlling. Now, controlling is all about comparing. Controlling is what? It's all about comparing. Comparing what? Comparing actual performance with standard performance. So directing is all about comparing actual performance with standard performance. If there is any deviation, then there should be a proper correction taken for the deviation. So that is called controlling. So this is what controlling is all about. I'll give you an example here. Say you are supposed to manufacture 2,500 units. Okay. Now when I say standard, who are the people who set the standard? The company top level will set the standard. So we call this as standard performance. Your standard performance should be what? You need to manufacture 2500 units every day. But what happens is you are manufacturing 2000 units, right? So we call this as actual performance. So actually how much you are manufacturing? You are manufacturing 2000 units. So we call that as actual performance. So according to controlling, what exactly controlling is all about? Now, controlling is comparing actual performance with standard performance. So what will come first? 2000. When you compare, the symbol is negative, right? And the standard performance 2500. So what is the deviation? The deviation is minus 500. So this minus 500, when it is a negative, what is that you should do? You need to correct the measures. Now you need to think why that there was a less manufacturing of 500 units. When you come and cross check all those things, then what happens is next month you will actually have a corrective measures. So we call it as controlling. So hope you have understood all the things, students. If you have any doubt, you know what exactly you are supposed to do. College Vidhyaashram is the only college which does everything for the students for free. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.